Hi, my name is Marie DeMore, and this is my speech 3. Imagine your daughter. She's a star athlete in whatever sport she's playing, whether it be hockey, soccer, basketball, whatever. She gets a nice scholarship to go to the school that she's been dreaming of going to ever since she was a little kid. This is when she gets offered a spot on the Olympic team. She makes the team, and you are so proud of her and all the accomplishments that she has. She goes on to win an NCAA tournament for the sport that she plays. And then she gets a call from a professional women's sports league offering her a contract. This is the moment she's been waiting for ever since she was little. She is ecstatic. But then she sees the contract. $18,000. $4,000 more than a person making minimum wage. She's forced to have a 9-to-5 job while being an Olympian and a professional athlete all at the same time. With playing sports alone, she's only making $24,000. Male athletes make hundreds and thousands of dollars, even some making several million. While women athletes make less than half of the average income for the United States. The maximum pay in the Professional Women's Hockey League is $25,000. National Women's Soccer is $46,000. The National Women's Basketball League is the highest with $117,500. But it's still significantly lower than the NBA's minimum salary of $582,000. This is an extreme wage gap. Women athletes don't have to make more than men, or the same. And quite frankly, they won't ever make that as their male counterparts. However, they do deserve a fair pay compared to them. The NWHL and the NWSL are the only two professional leagues for hockey and soccer left in the United States. And they are not perfect in any way possible. My friend who played in the NWHL showed me her pay stub. She was a starting goalie for the Connecticut Whale. She made $18,000. She's a full-time student at Quinnipiac for medical. And I am also a full-time student. I work 14 to 20 hours a week. And I make about $20,000. More than her, a professional women's athlete. She had to attend midnight skates because that's the only time they could play, because most of them have 9-to-5 jobs. Because they cannot live on $18,000 alone. They typically live in small apartments with 3 or more of the players living in them. Between rent, utilities, equipment, since the leagues can't afford to give their players equipment, they have to pay for them. The price of living for a professional women's athlete is astronomical. A lot of them live far away and they have to drive in just to play the sport they love, so that's gas money. Olympic athletes must attend a mandatory 4-month-long training camp before the Olympics. During this time, they get $6,000. While it's some money, that's the only money they'll see for 4 years. They still have tournaments to go to, World Cups, and other training events. And they see little to no money, those. After years of fighting, they finally got money if they bring home a championship. However, it's significantly lower than what the males get if they bring a championship home. Currently, the U.S. Women's National Soccer Team is suing the USA Soccer for gender discrimination. While they do have a league, and they do get something. The men earn $263,320 per year. Women make $99,000. So to put that into perspective, the men per game get $13,166,000, and the females earn $4,950. That is a big difference, especially if that's their career. They are making little to no money, and that's over the course of 4 years. That's all the money they see. U.S. women's hockey team boycotted due to the same thing. They would get the $6,000 for those 6 months of training camp. And that's all the money they would see. They had no training stipends, so that means when they were there training, they would have to pay for their food and stuff like that. They also received no money if they brought home championships at the time, which was important, saying they were the best in terms of championships at the time, with 6 titles. Insurance was only $15 per day for them. That's absolutely nothing compared to what the men's got, and it was up to $50, but that's still nowhere close to the men's. There was no girls' development program for girls playing hockey. That is a major problem, especially if they want to build the sport. I'm not asking you to preach that women have to earn more than men, because they're never gonna. And they shouldn't. They don't bring in as much money. But they should get a fair pay. They shouldn't be making significantly lower than males. They should make lower, but not as much. Especially if women's sports have only been in the Olympics and organizations for about 40 years. Just think of this next time you think that women athletes should not make money or more money. What if your daughter became a professional athlete? If this was your daughter, would you want her living out her dreams, spending months in training camp, only making $6,000? They have to work a real job, compete in tournaments, and play in a league, and still make no money? Next time you say that women athletes don't deserve the same pay or fair pay, just think of that.